What's going on, guys? I'm back with another hero deck profile. More specifically, playing the more superior build with the Vision Heroes, in my opinion. It's also the more fun version to play, obviously. Not a huge fan of the anime skills that are being given to us, but you know what? If you like those, it's fine. It's all good. We played in this KOG run, so this is a KOG deck profile to be more specific. We got to play the Masked Hero engine as well, which actually put in a lot of work. So I'll be going over replays, we'll be talking about hands and certain interactions, and yeah, just giving some insight with each replay that we take a look at. And yeah, feel free to leave any sort of feedback that you have after the video, whether you liked, you know, the play-by-play, if there's anything that I missed, anything that I could have done better. But yeah, based on this build right now, we are going with the traps, because I can't run these traps and Malicious, unfortunately. Malicious unfortunately got hit, and that is super annoying. But to be honest, with all the Luna Lights floating around, the IDPs are probably the better call. I would go with a third IDP if I could, but you know, money. Money's a thing. But yeah, mass change was massive in this build. It actually made the run even that much more fun. So yeah, we just kind of went with pretty heavy on the spell and traps, where the hero engine and the hero monsters were as lean as I thought we could keep it without it going overboard. And then with the extra deck, again, we've only got one of each masked hero, a couple elemental heroes, Trinity, who is also just massive, and Wonder Driver, which is essentially a combo starter. But yeah, we'll be going more into that as we go through the deck profile. We hit King of Games, I believe, on the 23rd or the 24th. The deck is on MasterDuelMeta.com, so we are on there again, you know, this month. I don't think last month I played the Vision Hero build. Last month I did play Hero Alliance with a ton of hand traps, and it was literally, I just played it out of curiosity to see, you know, and I felt horrible playing it. So coming back this month and playing my usual Vision Hero build, I had a lot more fun playing it this time. So yeah, let's check out some replays and we'll go from there. Holy heck, Playmaker. All right, first duel, let's go. All right, so win streak 5. Okay. What the increase? All right, so let me take a look here. The deck, okay, so our deck is basically the same. Instead of the limit 3s, I was on Chalice for maybe the first half of the run. Near the end of the run, I did move to the limit 3s. Yeah, because of the Luna Light stuff, and I just felt like the Chalice just weren't really that impactful as much as I would hope they were. They were really good against, like, when people set up multiple boss monsters, having it kind of like an extra copy of Book, you know, to deal with, you know, annoying pesky negates or quick effect pops. But yeah, we eventually just kind of said we don't need these. All right, let's see how the heck we win this one. Oh my god, this hand is grossly bad. I'm gonna fast forward over this fool's turn because it's gonna be a while. So he's probably just gonna set up probably 2 to 3 back row, and you can't kill them the first time because of Veilings, right? Sanctuary, yeah. Okay. Jaguar. Okay. Oh, whoa. 3 back row. So, Heart of the Cards guided us, and we drew the Airman. So MST, do we snipe the middle? Nope, we go for the one on the right. It's not really a great hit. Lucky for us, he did not use the effect to protect. He just added the mirror to wall up. The thing is if we could play through these, it's Trinity Crush time. All right, Stratos gets searching. So, our basic combo, just in case you don't know, Stratos is always the catalyst to our opening play if we have another hero. It's a 2-card combo, so Stratos always searching the Ferris, and then any other hero we have in our hand can be pitched for the Ferris, and then the Ferris will activate and search a Vision Hero, I should say, from the deck into the spell and trap zone. It's always going to be increase, never put Bion, never be a fool, and put the Vi on by accident, like myself. I have done that by accident, misclicking. So when increased tributes as a continuous trap to special summon itself, you are going to then activate its effect to special summon a Vion from the deck. So unfortunately, because of the Salamangreat Sunlight Wolf, he is going to trigger the effect, but we don't really care because we're trying to kill him. We're trying to win the game this turn. So Vion's going to send from the deck Foolish Burial Liquid. We're going to banish the non-elemental hero, grabbing a Poly. We're going to Fusion Substitute into the Sunrise. What Fusion Substitute does is if your fusion monster is in the graveyard, or any fusion monster is in the graveyard, you can banish the Fusion Substitute to return the fusion monster to the extra deck, and then you can draw a card. So generally we don't like using it going second, but it's great for going first. But in this scenario, because we only had heroes on the field, there was no reason not to use it and get it into the graveyard if for whatever reason he tries to kill our Sunrise. So we're going to add that Miracle Fusion off the Sunrise. We are going to Miracle Fusion into the Tornado. So I think at this point, I felt that these back row are literally nothing. Like we don't have to worry about them. Tornado is going to reduce in half, while Liquid Chainlink 2 is going to draw us 2 and discard 1. We're probably going to get rid of this book or any other dead card that we don't need. Yep, we got rid of the book. Holy heck, we drew 2 more heroes, which means we can use the Vion, Ferris. We're Trinity crushing, aren't we? Baby, that is a big Trinity with a reduced Sunlight Wolf. If he does not stop this attack, it's over. Sunlight Wolf is going to add the Foxy, that does not matter. Trinity, crash. Let's go. Haha. 2 back row, full field of monsters. Trinity is massive in Duel Links. Oh, baby. I love me a good mirror match. Actually, I hate the mirror match because every time it's the mirror match, it's always the Super Poly skill versus the Vision hero. You know, the Omni build. And it's like, wowee, look at this hand against Super Poly deck. Alright. Yeah, I love the skill. Skill for skill. Eternal Gluger. Add the Neos. Makes a Gluger. Passes turn on back row. So, I mean, he's got a float. He's got protection. He's also got the Super Poly, right? I mean, I think this is Super Poly. I mean, you would think it's Super Poly. Alright, what do we draw? Oh my god! Aren't we? We are actually Jaden. Let's go. MST. He didn't set the Super Poly. It was Warning Point. Let's go. Stratos, get Ferrising. Ferris gonna send. Yep. Gonna add that other increase. I wish I could only run 1, but in Duel Links you need 2. Gonna Tribute. Gonna Special Summon the Vion. Vion gets sending that Liquid. Gonna banish, gonna grab that extra Poly. Gonna go Fusion, Substitute into Trinity. Now, you might say, why Trinity first? Shouldn't we have gone for Sunrise? Well, in this scenario, because all my monsters, again, are on the field, a Fusion Substitute, there's no reason for me not to use a spell. It's the best time to use it. And then second of all, I already have Miracle Fusion in hand. So, I'm going to activate Miracle Fusion to make Sunrise. And then I'm gonna add another Miracle Fusion, and I can make either another Sunrise, and if I get another elemental hero, I could then set up Tornado and then just OTK. There's also Mass Change, which allows me to make KOG for basically guaranteed lethal. There's just no way we don't win this turn. We have lethal no matter what we draw, because also Mass Change is in hand with Trinity. So we're gonna Miracle Fusion. We're gonna go for the safe play and just make Sunrise first. Sunrise is gonna add and draw off the Liquid. So we got the extra Stratos to make Tornado. Let's go. So, Miracle Fusion, Tornado, come to me. Reduce the field. Our Trinity is 56 against 1250. Again, if there's any reason why he could stop us, we just Mass Change the Sunrise into KOG. KOG reduced to 0. 56 to the face. Trinity, crash. Holy moly. Not bad. It's still missing an elemental hero, which is a little rough. And because we don't run malicious, it makes this hand pretty awkward, I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's not a whole lot to go on here, but be on the defensive. Luckily, we're going second. So, going second against Red Eyes? Wait, what the hell? You just flipped someone that. Oh yes, the new Red Eyes skill is basically just Neo's Dark Magician. This is Eternal Bond 2.0. So we drew a Poly. What's our play here? We're gonna MST the back row. It's probably Fang with Chain, right? Yep. Fairies, Navida. In attack position. Tribute the increase. Increase is increasing. Vion gets sending. Send, banish. We're gonna link Shokan. So this was my play. I do remember this replay. This hand was so bad that I was like, you know what? I can't do anything with those two vision heroes. So my best bet is to make Koga. Like, hard just make Koga by just getting rid of my Wonder Driver and just say, look, Red Eyes can't get over the Koga. Like, they just can't. Like, if they try to attack me, I'm just gonna make him so low. And if they play even more monsters, my Koga just gets even bigger. So Koga is gonna hold down the fort. Mask change. Yeah, we're gonna set, pass. So Red Eyes fusion. He's like, I got you, man. And the nice thing about doing this too is because I still held a card in hand, it still shows him, if he reads my card, that if he kills this, I float into a hero. So, although to us the hand looks really bad, we can still kind of bluff our float, and our two back row he doesn't have to know that our two back row are completely useless, right? He could think Battle Trap. The Mash Change is still an activatable backup, so he could still think like Book of Moon, Chalice, Lance. He could still think that it could be one of those possibilities. So he's gonna go right to battle, chaining the slash. That's fine, we Mash Change. Now Max change into Koga, and then instead of using the effect to do anything, we're at 4K. He can't swing over, it doesn't matter. Now we have to be careful. We can't reduce with Koga, because if we reduce with Koga, we're gonna get negated and destroyed by the Black Dragon. So we have to be careful, but because we're so big, we can just start clearing things off. And we're gonna probably start off by clearing the Red Eyes Black. So, normal summon Vion off the top. Gonna send that Liquid. Fusions Substitute. Holy moly. Man, was my brain ever big during this duel? Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like the duel, the opponent didn't really have like that much going for him, but we made the best that we could out of a really bad hand. And I think that, you know, this is something to keep in mind when playing this build, that you still have some options depending on your hand. And that's what I liked about Mash Change. So Mash Change did provide me with some of those options. A one-card fusion like Koga, really powerful against a deck that really relies on attacking. So, we fusion substitute because, like I explained in my other replays, you can banish the substitute to return a fusion and draw a card. And it allows us to make Sunrise to go into, what's it called? It allows us to go into Sunrise, get our Miracle Fusion, and because we Vion sent Liquid, we can pop off and start drawing cards. We have another Poly in hand, so there could be a Trinity play depending on what we draw. So, add the Miracle Fusion. We're gonna banish the substitute. Miracle Fusion, we got a book. Well, not that big of a deal right now. Sunrise number 2. Draw 2. Not freaking bad. Okay, so we drew into Stratos. Did we send book? We sent book. Okay, so we're polying into Trinity. Yes, we are. Because nothing's protecting this guy. Trinity 4 game again. This is craziness. 26 2K. You leave your stuff in attack mode, and I'm gonna crush you. Alright, Seto Kaiba. Seto. Not a bad hand at all. Some good techs. So yeah, we're still on this. We're still on this build right now. Most of the run is with that build. Stratos get adding. Ferris. So, just to go over the combo again, this is actually a combo that we haven't seen in any of the replays actually right now. And it's very important to go over this combo because it's a going first combo that I think really is the reason why I love the deck, but also it allows the deck to gain so much card advantage that it kind of makes up for some of the weaknesses with our boss monsters and the fact that we do rely on tech cards. Drawing and cycling through our deck, thinning our deck is one of the strong suits about this deck. So, Ferris is going to go get the increase. Increase is going to tribute to Ferris, just like we showed last time. We're going to go get the Bion. Bion's going to get sending. We're going to send Liquid Soldier. We're going to banish a dead elemental. Sorry, not a dead elemental, but a non-elemental hero monster. So, next part of the combo is going to be Fusion Substitute. Fusion Substitute is going to make Sunrise, and then Sunrise is going to add the Miracle Fusion. So Sunrise on the field is going to activate, going to add that Miracle Fusion. Now the next part of the combo is, you'd be like, well, Miracle Fusion, right? Draw 2, discard 1. Incorrect. With this, we want to go into Wonder Driver. So Wonder Driver is then going to put the Sunrise into the graveyard, allowing us to use that Fusion Substitute to draw us a card. So we're then going to Link Summon. So right now, we started with 4 cards in hand, and we're at 4 right now. But with Fusion Substitute, we go back to 5. Okay, we're not done yet. So now that we Miracle Fusion, and we're going to put Sunrise underneath the Wonder Driver, we're going to draw 2, discard 1 from banishing the Liquid, and then the Wonder Driver is going to put back that Miracle Fusion. So, activate. So we sent the Vion, reset this. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. We started off with 4, and we're ending with 7 in our possession. That is massive. So, because we have 3 really good back row cards, we're just going to use this Miracle Fusion right away and not save it. On top of the fact that if they have a very passive turn, we can Stratos pop their back row, and if they try to aggro us, we have a Stratos float. So Sunrise 2. So I'm setting all these. Before I move on to my opponent's turn, a very important thing to consider is when you're with your opening hand, when you get a Liquid, draw 2, discard 1. If you don't already have a hero in hand, it's always a good idea to consider leaving an elemental hero or a hero in your hand in general. It doesn't have to be elemental, right? You just want a hero that's going to net you a positive, right? Blazeman, Stratos, Vion to some degree, Ferris, right? So making sure that when you draw cards that this has a float on top is really good, so that if your opponent somehow gets through these back row and then your field, you then don't die, and then you can float a monster onto the field when this is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, and then you can make a comeback play with Wounded Hero, right? And then you can maybe go into increase would then also hit the field if you took damage, plus Wounded Hero means you have another chance for another combo. So with this hand, we're in a really sweet spot to stop our opponent. The other cool thing, why I love Mass Change in this build, is that Mass Change is really good on the turn 1 with Wonder Driver, because on your opponent's turn, not only do you get to Fusion Summon a monster with a quick effect, but on top of that, the Mass Change will then allow you to activate, again, on your opponent's turn, and summon underneath the Wonder Driver. So you could potentially dodge an effect that's trying to target your Sunrise, while also making a new monster with a quick effect, and then that Miracle Fusion that you burned earlier, you can just reset it for the follow-up. So let's say Increase doesn't come out, but you get Wounded Hero, or you just want to summon Stratos and then just Miracle Fuse it with another hero in your graveyard. You've got multiple lines there. So just something to keep in consideration with why I really enjoyed this build this season. A lot less Din Girsu and a lot less Odd Eyes was a huge factor. You know, not getting Trished, non-targeting, and Din Girsu non-targeting was part of the reason why I couldn't play Mass Change in other seasons. But in this season, with a lot of targeting and a lot of back row emphasis, it's been really good. So what's our opponent do? Melody. I'm not going to send that stone, that's fine. Melody number 2, interesting. Okay. He's probably going to special summon. Oh, skill first. Okay, so I think what my opponent does here is he goes Reborn and he tries chipping away at my back row. So Reborn. Spirit of White. White's going to target. We're going to Chalice. He does not jump off the field. No problem. Reveals that Blue Eyes to go into the alternative. Alternative's gonna get popping. Masco changing. Get jumping. See? Now I have Koga. If Blue Eyes tries to swing over with me without Chaos Max, he ain't getting through. Plus, we trigger the Wonder Driver, which gives us a +1. Like, he's gone down to 4 cards, and I'm still on 5, drawing to 6. That's crazy. So he's going to get swinging, thinking that he's got, you know, he can swing over my 27, not reading the Koga. Koga on the damage step, reduce. Now, you'd say, why get rid of the Sunrise when you could have done something smaller? I wanted to just go for max damage. The lower you get a deck with this deck, you get your opponent down, the easier it is to finish off a game with a Tornado, a Trinity. It just makes lethaling way easier because we can just get so big. I mean, hell, you could even lethal with another Koga on the follow-up. So that's another reason why sometimes going for like the most amount of damage is important there. So he's gonna banish again. We lose our Miracle Fusion. That sucks, but we're so far ahead it doesn't matter. Normal summon Stratos, add the Blaze Man. And this is it. Koga, because he added another monster, Koga goes up by 500. And then we're going to reduce again, and that's game. So, 3 Ferris because it's our engine. 3 Stratos, best card in our deck. 2 Liquid because 3 felt too bricky. Just drawing too many liquids, never good. 1 Blazeman for the skill. 2 Increase because bad RNG and Duel Links. And 3 Vion because it's a 2-card combo with Miracle Fusion. But also, let's say even if you don't draw like full combo, it's another way to get to your poly sooner, to maybe use like a liquid in the hand with a, you know, dead increase in your hand. It's just another way to facilitate your Sunrise play as soon as possible, to draw cards and set up, you know, set up protection if you go first. It could also be, you know, an OTK machine if you draw, you know, an MST to go with it and, you know, and other heroes. So it's just, it's good for the grind game, it's good for consistency plays, it's an overall good card. It's the next best thing that you have in the deck aside from Stratos, unfortunately, when it comes to normal summoning. 3 MST, because back row meta, books, we're a fusion deck, books can flip us face down when they try to target us with effects, and we can dodge those effects. 2 Miracle Fusions, so we can, you know, have an extender, but we can also, you know, if the grind game does happen and we need to go into our deck again for Sunrise and grab another Miracle Fusion, those are pretty big. Max Change, bonkers in this COG run, making OTK machines like Koga, Blast, dealing with back row and dodging effects with Stratos, turning into Blast. Fusion Substitute, essential for the turn 1 combo. Poly for the grind game, again, like that turn 3. If you go first and you do the substitute play, well then on turn 3, you're going to probably want to go grab the Poly and go for the game, you know, go for game. 2 Prison and 1 Compulse, just for, you know, they're just really strong tech cards, and sometimes you don't draw very well, so these cards can help you survive. And then with Wounded Hero, you can play out of a bad hand. Also, Luna Lights everywhere. Non-targeting is kind of annoying. Blue Eye sometimes can be non-targeting as well, so that can be also annoying. So, you know, Chaos Max and Saber Dancer, just these are good cards for those types of decks that are pretty popular right now. Played a lot of them on the ladder. And then one Compulse, because I don't have a third IDP, but Compulse is kind of like an extension of Max Change and Book, where you can summon a monster, and then they try to target it to negate its effects, and then you just bring it back to your hand, then the effect resolves. Or you could even Wounded Hero and be like, you know what, I just want Stratos to like pop back row, or I just want Stratos to like start my combo. Because I've got like a dead hero in hand and it doesn't do shit. So you can go like Wounded Hero, Stratos, Compulse, you know, put the Stratos back into your hand, and then facilitate your plays from there. So I kind of like these ratios, even though I would prefer the third IDP, just because the IDP addresses a weakness to the deck. The deck targets all the time, right? So you would always want to address weaknesses in your decks with tech cards. So then that way you don't just lose to the deck's focal point. You know, like bad matchups. Extra deck, 1 Koga, 1 Anki, and 1 Blast. Just one of each masked hero. Honestly, Anki was super low impact, so this could be literally whatever you want. You can make it a second Koga, you can make it a third Sunrise, you can make it the Shining, you can make it Adoration, you can make it Nightmare Phoenix, Wonder Driver, whatever you want. I felt like everything else, like the 1 Tornado, the 2 Sunrise, the Trinity, and the Wonder Driver were all like solid ratios. I don't think, given the fact that we're only on an 8-card extra deck, those felt like they kind of had to be there. But Anki was like low impact, so this could be whatever you want. So, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed the deck. Do whatever you want with it. Heroes can be played many different ways. This is just how I like to play it this season, and it worked out for me, and it was a lot of fun. So I think you should give it a shot. You'll have a good time with it. And let me know in the comments if you do end up trying the deck, or what you think of the deck, what you guys thought about the replays. Also, feedback on the video if you like the format, you know, me doing the play-by-play and going, you know, in-depth with plays and card choices. All of that is much appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.